How, describe what you saw in that play and just how that was done.
You know, it happened so quick. I didn't know if he was in, and then I saw the ball on the ground. And, you know, I really didn't think too much, to be honest. I was just really hoping he was going to get it in. I was really watching as the play was developing. Honestly, I was watching our guys looking to peel back and try to pick up anybody to make sure he got it in, because I knew not only stopping him was critical, but to gain that too was huge.
What did it say about Chris to get that interception his first SEC?
You know, it was really big for Chris because he really did some good things. He was one-on-one in a straight zero blitz with their, stud wide out and made a play. And then he had some mistakes again. But again, he's a true freshman in a hostile environment. It was a great learning opportunity for him. He made some big plays, but he honestly had a rough night. He had some critical mistakes that will get cleaned up. But I'm proud of him just to dig down and grow and continue to fight and make those plays. And in particular, when he was one-on-one with those guys, and won that battle. That's tough to do against an All-American.
Michael Horton, do you have any updates on him?
He's out with the head injury. So.
Do you know how that happened?
I don't know. I didn't know. I didn't see it happen. Later, they told me. They said it was. I think it was on a screen, or I don't know.
Mark,
I'm not sure.
Mark, you've been a part of some really big wins. What was it like in the locker room with everybody jumping around?
Yeah, it was fun.
Pandemonium in there?
It was fun. It was fun. It really was. I mean, that's what it's all about. But, it's just about, growing and developing, as a program. And that's, again, you don't talk yourself into that. You don't luck into those things. You just got to become a solid football team. And we're getting better. And to see them enjoy it and celebrate like that, it means a lot. We know we haven't arrived. We have a huge game next week. But you know what? I'm completely jacked up to get this win, to go back home, to get Florida at home. Our fans are going to be going crazy again, and I want a full house. And again, I want to deliver this game, to be 2-0, to go back and play Florida next week. That's what I wanted to do, And this game was critical to get that victory for a lot of reasons, and keep just keep it going and keep the excitement going, and again, hopefully have a full house next week and play a big game against Florida.
Not to dwell on the negative, but another third quarter where your offense just seemed to kept taking steps back.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
What was working so well offensively in the first half?
Well, first of all, I think we had a big first down and get called back for holding. I mean, that doesn't help, right? That's one, and then it just goes, momentum, it goes. And again, give them credit. They started being real physical up front. They started making some plays up front. So when they're playing too deep and you can't run the ball, that's a problem. And then it's just like the first play of the game. I mean, we have exactly what we thought. And we hit them right between the numbers, and drop it, and the next thing you know, they get 7 points. So it's just, those are big plays. And the second half was kind of the same thing, getting a hold. What's that?
Signal maturity of the young team. The second straight week that you bowled your neck in the last drive of the game.
Yeah, that's what I think is so important for us, because as you mentioned, to go through those spurts where you're going to struggle and the momentum goes against you, you just got to come back. It's the next play, it's the next series, and you got to regroup. Nothing's going to be easy for us, and that's the way you like it. So, yeah, I think it's huge for us to grow that way.
What about, Shannon talks all the time about something bad's going to happen in a game. You
Yep.
got to get over that and move on. You mentioned Patrick throws that interception. Then after that, they were almost perfect the rest of the first half.
Well, we did, and you know what? We talk about it and prepare the team all the way. You never know how it's going to go, but it very rarely goes according to how you believe it's going to go. I really felt good going into this game because I just felt like we were in a good place. I felt like we were going to play well on the road in this game, and then to face that adversity, and we try to talk and prepare those guys all the time. That it's just. You got to be able to handle it no matter what, whether you have great success or adversity right away, and just go on and move on to the next play. And I think that's where we are growing, and all we talk about, all I want to talk about to those guys is preparing winning habits and creating winning habits, because under immense pressure, your habits are going to come right to the surface, and we've made plays 2 weeks in a row under some pressure situations, and you can only grow from that.
You came out in the first half and almost averaged 7 yards a carry and rushed for 3 touchdowns. Was their run defense something you thought you could take advantage of?
We just wanted to continue to do what we did and just be balanced. They played some good run defense in the second half. I know that. So we created some big plays in the first half and moved the ball, and we had them really off balance was the key.
You talked about a lot this week about time of possession and both
Yeah.
sides need to help each other. How big was it the first half of the grind?
It was critical because look at the juice we had defensively at the end. At least we had something in our tank. I mean, that's where it's a team. It's always a team, you know, and we're going to win some games at some point in a shootout. And we're going to win a game today where the defense had to score to win. And you know what? That's just a great team effort. It's going to go both ways at some point. And but I think it was very, very critical to just you know, play off each other like we did in the first half. They had as much to do with the defense's success in the first half by keeping them on the field, and vice versa. When they're not on the field, it hurts. You know what I mean? So it's a team game here.
Two more guys.
Cutter Mitch goes out in the beginning of or into the first half there, and I think South Carolina had 4 quarterbacks or 4 players take snaps. Was it different trying to game plan for 4 different players coming?
A little bit. We knew they had the young guy, the runner. He ripped off that long run at the end of the first half with time running out, and we were unsure which direction they were going to go. We know they're going to be well prepared from Coach Spurrier and go out and play, and they did. They didn't change. You know, they went out and really played well in the second half.
In the second half, when you guys were on the field so much defensively, what were you telling them on the sidelines, and how much do you think that your improved depth helped you there, that you were able to maybe play some more players and give guys blows?
The depth helped quite a bit, and the time of possession in the first half helped us. So we had more in the tank. I think both of those things helped us. But we just constantly tell them next series. We know how this is going to go, you know, and we're totally preparing them to go back out if our offense didn't get a first down, you know, and getting 2-minute defense at the end of the game, and we were just preparing them for that. So you always think defensively that next stop, next possession, then getting them prepared for that. Yeah.
Last one, Jen.
Yep.
What does this feel like? You've done a lot of sort of
Yeah.
talking about the logistics of it, but I mean, you got your first road win as a
Well, it feels good because it just feels, you know, again, you know, you want to grow as a program, you got to take these steps, you know, and it feels good because the players enjoy it, and, you know, it gives, you know, some substance to the things you're talking to and preaching for them. You know, they got to get something out of it too, and, you know, I want to continue to grow, and that's the best thing you can learn from these things. I really felt like, you know, we got to continue to mature. We still, and we got a lot of young guys out there playing, and they need to, you know, really clear up their minds, and we could play better. We could play a lot better, and you know, that's what we want to take from it. Just continue to prepare and educate our players, and continue to push them forward that we could become a better football team.